Hey guys, Mr. Ancho back with another video. I know I haven't posted because I was very busy on the weekend and I was thinking of posting on Friday, just really didn't have any time. We're talking about Darnell Nurse. Now, a lot of you have probably heard Darnell Nurse is one of my favorite players, is actually my favorite player in the entirety of the NHL. A lot of people hate on him, but he has an injury right now. He has an injured knee. This is a bit of older news about Nurse having an injured knee, but I want to talk more deeply about it because I've seen like other, YouTube creators. They've kind of touched on this, but they haven't really gone to depth about Darnell Nurse's injury. That's what I'm doing here today. Before we get into this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below. Thank you. Let's look at this. We'll first talk about a comment from Mark Spector. Now, a lot of people don't really like his takes, but he posted something on X. This was about 3 days ago, and he talked about he wasn't skating today. He was skating today, sorry, and he kept skating. First reported by Tom Gazzola, another well credited hockey analyst, and he's expected to miss most of the preseason with an injury. He might play the last game or two if cleared by doctors. But we also have this interesting reply. This reply is from Zach, and he just talked about after rough playoffs. This is actually far from ideal from Darnell Nurse. I do agree with his comment because I see that you know Nurse didn't perform pretty good in the playoffs in my opinion, but I think that even though it did take him weeks to going in season, he in my opinion he'll probably miss maybe the first couple games of also the regular season. But also we have another interesting look from Bob Stauffer. Bob Stauffer talked about how, the Oilers might be in the market for a second pairing. And this tweet is actually really interesting because Bob Stauffer is one of the really like insiders in the Oilers management, and when he posts a tweet like this, I feel like like it's there's something going on the inside. There's something going on. And presumably, it says the Oilers are looking for a second pairing right-handed defenseman, with a little bit of term left. This is kind of like really like funny by him. So like we actually might see another defenseman on the Oilers if they can't get anything in the market. It might be a trade before the season starts, or this is what I think is more likely. The Oilers, they can't find a second playing right defenseman. I feel like they would get someone such as, in my opinion, from the NHL. The AHL. The Oilers, the Oilers AHL league actually has some really nice players there as well. They can call up a good defenseman if it's just Darnell suffering for a little bit. They can move around the pairings, and I feel like an AHL player as defenseman wouldn't be as bad. Oilers Nation posted this and is talking about how Evander Kane and Darnell Nurse will miss the start of Oilers training camp due to injuries. We're just talking about Darnell Nurse here. Evander Kane, I've seen a lot of people cover about that, but um, in my opinion, I don't think Darnell Nurse will go into LTIR. Long-term injury reserve. I made a video about that. If you want to check that out, I made one during the playoffs about Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. That's an older video, but it's pretty good. Anyways, so LTIR or IR. IR is injury reserve, and LTIR is long-term injury reserve. Most likely, I'm just gonna touch on this because a lot of people have already done. Is Evander Kane will probably go in LTIR. He has a sports hernia injury, and I don't think his surgery will happen until like a couple weeks. I don't think Kane will be able to play for most of the regular season if the Oilers get into playoffs. I hope that Kane is good enough for the playoffs, but that's just speculation. Darnell Nurse, on the other hand, only has a slight. I think it's a knee injury, but uh, so wait, sorry. So basically, Darnell Nurse might go on IR, which is injury reserve. So Nurse will also have surgery actually, and I do not. I believe that Nurse will actually play maybe like in the 10th or 11th game of the NHL regular season, because I think he's on skating like you saw from that tweet from before. So I feel like Darnell Nurse is trying to get back in shape as fast as he can after he recovers from that surgery. He's gonna get that surgery. I think from now, like a week and a half, but we're just gonna have to see what happens with Darnell Nurse. Thank you for watching. It's been Mr. Acho, and have a lovely rest of your day. I'll also post tomorrow.